Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. And this time I'm going to talk about what happened on NFL 2024 season, week 8 scores, where this weekend was played the NFL 2024 season week 8, and tonight finished it with the Monday Night Football where my Steelers defeated the Giants 26-18. So like the last 7 videos, I'm going to talk about the games that were played and how are the NFL standings to our 8 games a week. So let's start. Remember that the week started the last Tuesday with the Thursday Night Football, where the Los Angeles Rams did a surprise and defeated the Vikings 30-20. About this game was very close to be honest, but the Vikings, like what happened in the last game against the Detroit Lions, they started to win it, but in the second half, where the Vikings were in the halftime, the game was tied 14-14. But in the second half, the Rams played better, where they would score the Vikings in the halftime in the second half, 16-6, and that was enough to win the game 30-20. But it was some polemic because in the Vikings last drive, when the Vikings were in his own goal zone, the Sam Darnold was stopped and was a safety, but the problem here is that it was a penalty and face mask that the referee didn't call, and this could have changed the game. It wasn't called, and the Rams won the game 30-20. They improved to a record of 3-4, and the Vikings lost his second consecutive game. And in the game that started the last Sunday, the the Green Bay Packers traveled to the south of the Florida, and they defeated to 30-27 the Jaguars. About this game, to be honest, I thought that this game was closer than what expected, because I thought that the Green Bay Packers were going to have an easy game. The Jaguars got a lot of battle, and they could win this game, but in the end, the Packers were a better team. They adjusted better the game, and they won in the last play of the game with a field goal. They won the game 30-27, and with this victory, the Packers improved to a record of 6-2, and the Jacksonville Jaguars fell to a record of 2-6, and the most probably they're going to be eliminated. And in another game, the Miami Dolphins lost 27-28 Arizona Cardinals. This was a surprise because Tua Tagovailoa returned to play after 4 or 5 weeks. Remember that he got injured in the Thursday Night Football in the week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. He was in the injured reserve, and he played this game, and the Dolphins looked better with him. But the Cardinals played better in the second half, where in the halftime the Miami Dolphins were leading the game 37. In the second half, to be honest, I thought that the Dolphins had the game under control and they were gonna to win this game, but the Cardinals played better. They scored 21 points in the second half, by only 14 of the Dolphins, and the Cardinals did a surprise. They defeated the Dolphins 28-27, and the Cardinals improved to a record of 500 and the Miami Dolphins fell to a record of 2-5, and it looks very ugly to the Dolphins in this way, because they are 3 games behind 500, and they are far away to enter to the playoffs. Even that Tua Tagovailoa return. In a game and a surprise, the New England Patriots defeated the New York Jets 25-22. About this game, this was a surprise because I know that the Jets are a very bad team, but I didn't expect it, that the Patriots were going to win this game, because I thought before this game that the Patriots were worse team than the Jets. But about this game, both teams play a very bad football, to be honest. But in the end, the Jets were worse team than the Patriots. The Jets were leading in the end of the third quarter. They were leading. They were leading for a minute. They were leading 16-14 by 2 point difference. But in the fourth quarter, the Patriots won that quarter 11-6, and they won the game 25-22. And the Patriots improved to a record of 2-6, and the Jets fell to a record of 2-6. Both teams are eliminated. Both teams don't have any opportunity to qualify to the playoffs. But the Jets are there until the moment they disappointed of this tournament, because I thought that the Aaron Rodgers were going to do something better. Did something better. In another divisional game, the Cleveland Browns This is surprise and defeating 29-24 the Baltimore Ravens. Remember that the Sean Watson, the Cleveland Browns quarterback, got injured in the last game where he got a season injury with Achilles injury, and Jameis Winston took the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. He did a tremendous job. He scored 2 touchdowns and he led the victory to the Cleveland Browns. The most important of him was that in the Browns last drive, he scored a touchdown that got the lead and the victory to the Browns, and they won the game 29-24. They improved to a record 2-6. In this moment, they are one of the worst teams in the league, especially in the AFC. They are 4 games behind 500, and it looks very difficult to qualify to playoffs. And the Baltimore Ravens fell to a record of 5-3. They lost with this loss and the Steelers victory. They fell to second place in the AFC North. In another game, the Philadelphia Eagles didn't have any problem, defeated 57-17 the Cincinnati Bengals. About this game, I thought that I predicted that the Eagles were going to win this game, but I thought that the games were going to be closer than it was, because the Eagles dominated the Bengals, and the Bengals are a very bad team. I thought that the Bengals were going to compete. They are still are in the hunt to the playoffs because they are 2 games behind 500, but they are playing a very bad football. The big difference was in the second half, because in the half time the game was tied 10-10, but in the second half the Eagles adjusted its football. They scored 27 points against 7 in the second half against the Bengals, and this was the big difference, and the Eagles won 37-17. They improved to a record of 5-2, and the Bengals fell to a record of 3-5. Another divisional game, the Houston Texans defeated 23-20 Indianapolis Colts. This was a tremendous game, but here's the big difference is that the Houston Texans had better teams and better quarterback than the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, sorry, the Indianapolis Colts starting quarterback was criticized because in the last quarter he was so off by himself because he was without air. This is something acceptable for a professional. I don't know what is happening, but the Houston Texans took advantage of this. They played better and they won the game 23-20. They won both games, and in this moment they are leading the AFC South with a record of 6-2, and the Indianapolis Colts fell to a record of 500 4-4. In another game, in an easy game, the Detroit Lions didn't have any problem and defeated 52-14 the Tennessee Titans. About this game, the Tennessee Titans put emotion in the first 2 quarters, especially in the first minutes of the second quarter, where the game was tied 14-14. But after that, the Detroit Lions score more touchdown, and they were leading in the halftime 35-14. In the third quarter they scored another 70 points. They didn't allow any point of the Titans in the second half, and they won the game 52-14, and they had an easy victory, and they improved to a record of 6-1, and the Tennessee Titans fell to a record of 1-6. The Tennessee Titans are one of the worst teams in the league. And another surprise, this was a surprise because I didn't expect that. Atlanta Falcons traveled to Tampa and defeated 31-26 the Buccaneers. The result is closer than what the game was because the Falcons were better team than the Buccaneers, to be honest, and they had the game under control in the end of the third quarter, and they won the game 31-26, and they won the series because remember that the Falcons defeated the Buccaneers in overtime in the week 5. With this victory, the Atlanta improved to a record of 5-3, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fell to a record of 4-4. But because the Falcons won both games, they have a 2-game advantage against the Buccaneers. And in the games that started in the second shift, the Los Angeles Chargers didn't have any problem and defeated 26-8 the New Orleans Saints. To be honest, this was a very boring game. Both teams played a very bad football. It was very ugly to watch this game, and I really, for the people that pay a a ticket to watch this game in the stadium because it was very ugly. In the second half is when the Chargers scored the only two touchdowns of the game. They did use enough and they won the game 26-8. With this victory, the Chargers improved to a record of 4-3, and the New Orleans Saints fell to a record of 2-6. They are one of the worst teams in the league, and they have 6 straight losses. What a shame for this team. In another game, the Buffalo Bills traveled to coast to defeat 31. Then the Seattle Seahawks. Before this game happened, I thought that I predicted that the Bills were going to win this game, but I thought that this game were going to be closer than it was, but not, because the Bills dominated the Seahawks as a away team, and they deserved this victory. The Bills had the game under control because they were leading in the halftime 14-3. The Seattle Seahawks couldn't move the ball. The Bills scored another 17 points in the second half. They only scored 7 points, but when the game was over, and the Bills they won the game 31-10. They improved to a record of 6-2, and the Seattle Seahawks fell to a record of 4-4. And another game, another funny game, the Commanders defeated 18-15 the Chicago Bears. About this game, let's to be honest, the first three quarters were a very were a ugly game because it was there were a lot of mistakes and the game was war. The most exciting happened in the fourth quarter, especially in the 2 minutes of this quarter, where the Chicago Bears took the lead of the game 15-12 with less than 20 seconds to play, and the Commanders could win this game when the Jaden Daniels led the Commanders last drive to a touchdown, a Hail Mary, and they won this game. But the most bizarre here is that the Chicago Bears bad defenses in the Commanders last drive, because they allowed a lot of before the last drive, the Hail Mary. They allowed two big plays. They allowed that the Jaden Daniels threw a more than 50 yards, more than 50 yards touchdown pass that allowed the Commanders score a Hail Mary touchdown, and they won the game 18-15, and the Commanders improved to a record of 6-3, and the Chicago Bears fell to a record of 4-3. And in another game, another divisional game, the Kansas City Chiefs traveled to Las Vegas to defeat the Raiders 27-20. About this game, this was a very bad game. To be honest, the Chiefs offenses, especially Patrick Mahomes, are not playing a very great football, but the Kansas City Chiefs defenses are playing a very great football, and they are leading the team to win the games. The Raiders had the opportunity to take the advantage of the game, but they couldn't because the Chiefs defenses are playing a very great level. They did enough to win this game, and they won it 27-20. Remember that when there is a divisional game, the game is closer that it could expected when one team is very good and the other team is very bad. But the Kansas City Chiefs did enough. They won the game and they improved to a record 7-0. In this moment, they are in the field, and the Las Vegas Raiders fell to a record 2-6. They are eliminated. And the last game of the second shift, the Denver Broncos defeated 28-14 the Carolina Panthers. This was a very ugly game, to be honest. I didn't like this game because it was bored, but the big difference was the second quarter, where the Broncos scored 21 points without answer. Yeah, actually, the Denver scored 28 points without answer when they were losing 0-7 in the first quarter to win this game 28-14. With this victory, the Denver Broncos improved to a record of 5-3, and the Carolina Panthers fell to a record of 1-7. And the Sunday Night Football, in a classic NFL game, the 49ers defeated the Cowboys 30-24. Let's talk about just the second half, because in the first half was very war, where the Cowboys were leading 10-9 in the halftime, but the big difference was in the second half, especially in the third quarter, where the 49ers scored 21 points. They scored 24 points without answer, and this was the big difference to win this game. In the fourth quarter, the 49ers, to be honest, they relaxed is football, and for that reason, the Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns. There was 2 errors in the 49ers defenses that the Cowboys took advantage, This put the game in emotion. This put the 6 points difference in the game. But to be honest, the 49ers were a better team, especially in the second half, and they won this game 30-24. And with this victory, the 49ers improved to a record of 4-4, and the Dallas fell to a record of 500 with a record of 3-5. To be honest, the Cowboys are a very bad team, and I don't understand how the Steelers couldn't defeat the Cowboys 3 weeks ago. On the game that closed the week, my favorite Steelers defeated the New York Giants 26-18 in the Monday Night Football. About this game, the Steelers dominated this game. They were better, especially in the offense side, but something happened in the red zone that they can score a touchdown. The Steelers, our kicker, what is the name of our kicker? Chris Bobo made 3 field goals, and they lead the victory. In the first call was very bold, where the game was tied 9-9, and each team scored 3 field goals, 6 total field goals in the first half. But the big difference was in the second half, where in the third quarter the Steelers special team returned a punt kicker, and the Steelers were leading in the end of the third quarter 16-9. In the first minutes of the fourth quarter, the Steelers scored a touchdown. The Steelers offense scored a touchdown, and the Steelers were leading by 14-point difference, 26-9 in the first minutes of the fourth quarter. But after that, the Giants made a touchdown. There, the Steelers made a field goal, the same that the Giants, and by the Steelers errors, the Giants had the opportunity to win this game, but the two great plays by the Steelers defenses. One forced fumble and recovered the fumble by the T.J. Watts, and interception by Bishop Jr. led the victory to the Steelers. Now the Steelers improved to a record 6-2. They took the leading of the AFC North because the Baltimore Ravens losses, and the Chicago Giants fell to a record of 2-6. Now, who are the NFL standings? In the AFC East, the Bills are leading this division with a record of 6-2. They have an easy lead. They are going to win this division because the 3 teams have a losing record. All the teams have a record of 2 victories, and the Dolphins 5 losses and the Patriots 6 losses. So the Bills are going to win this division easily. And in the AFC West, the Chiefs are the best team the best record team in this moment. They are in the field, a record 7-0. The Broncos are in the second place with a record of 5-3. The Chargers are in the third place with a record of 4-3, and the Raiders are in the bottom. The Raiders are eliminated, and the Broncos are trying to enter to the playoffs as a wildcard team. The most probably is that the Chiefs are going to win this division. In the NFC North, the Steelers and the Ravens are fighting to win this division. In this moment, the Steelers are leading this division with the Steelers victory tonight, and the Ravens lost yesterday. The Steelers have one game advance against the Ravens, and the Bengals and the Browns are with a loser record. The Bengals are 2 games behind 500. They are trying to enter to the playoffs, but it looks difficult, and the Browns are eliminated. And in the AFC South, the Texans have a lead of 6-2. They have 3 game advantage against the Colts. They had a record of 5-5, but because the Texans won both games, for that reason they have 3 game advantage. So the most probably they're going to win this game. The Jaguars are in the 3rd place with the record of 2-6, and the Jazz are in the bottom of the division with the record of 1-6. Both teams are eliminated. And in the NFC is the Commanders are leading the division with the record of 6-2. The Eagles are there; they have 1 game less, and these 2 teams are fighting to win this division. The Cowboys and the Giants are in the bottom. The Cowboys are 1 game behind 500. They are trying to enter to the playoffs, and the Giants are eliminated. In the NFC West, it's a very close division because 3 teams are tied with a record of 500 4-4 in the first place in the division. The Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. The difference here is that the Cardinals are leading because they defeated the 49ers and they defeated the 49ers. And the Rams have a record of 3-4. This division is open for any team. And in the North Division, the division of the NFL, the Lions are leading the division with a record of 6-1. They are the best team in my opinion in the NFC and the NFL in this moment. The Packers are in the second place with a record of 6-2. The Vikings are in the third place with the record of 3-2. They have a back-to-back losses, and the Bears are in the bottom of the table with 4-3. This division, like the NFC West, are still open because all teams are very close. And in the NFC South, the Falcons have a 2-game advantage against the Buccaneers because they won both games, and the Saints and the Panthers are eliminated, and these two teams are the worst team in the league. So in this video I talk about how are the games that what happened in the NFL 2024 season week 8, the scores, and how are the NFL standings are through 8 weeks of games. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can let me one comment here in my Substack blog or in my Spotify or YouTube channel. So this is all for tonight. See you next video. Jure.